A very good afternoon to all of you. Respected chief guests, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, Vice-Chancellor of Mizoram University. Our speaker for today, Dr. Ramanujam, Department of CSE, NIT Silchar, Director IQSE, Professor Dibakar Tiwari, Deans, Heads, and Faculty. I warmly welcome you all to AI Impact pre-submit events. This event is aimed at creating awareness on the impact of AI in academics, administration, and in society. We are organizing AI Impact pre-submit event as per the instruction received from the Ministry of Education and UGC. Similar events are also being organized at various places across India. The main summit will be held at Delhi during 16th to 20th February this month. The summit aims to shape AI into a tool for global, inclusive, and responsible growth, focusing on AI for humanity and promoting AI application in governance, sustainable development, and economic growth. So AI has become very important. AI, when we talk about AI, it is the ability of machine to perform tasks that are typically associated with human intelligence, such as learning and problem solving. The term AI is now becoming very popular, but it all started way back in 1950s when scientists believed that intelligence could be given to the machine. But due to the limitation of a computing power, during that time, many ideas could not be achieved or realized. Now, as the computational power is increasing, and now we can solve a complex problem. We also have a flood of available data, like when we post something in the Facebook or when we share something, we are generating a data. So millions and millions of data have been generated every day, from where we can analyze this data and extract the interesting extract the interesting patterns. So these are the applications where we can apply AI. So in order to make use of AI, we need a data. Okay, we need a data. So many more things will be spoken out by our resource person for today. And without taking much time, I will now invite our chief guest, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, Vice-Chancellor of Mizoram University, to deliver a speech.
Namaskar, good afternoon, each of you, and my esteemed colleagues in dais, in front of dais. I welcome all of you to this awareness program on AI impact, okay? And it is good that all of you have joined here and shown interest on this matter, AI impact. As you know already, you are all professors, and we are considered to be the learned person and at the highest level in any educational institution, that to an university. So it is not necessary to start with ABC. And about AI awareness, as some of you must be using already, I'm very aware of that, and others also must be aware of that. But this AI, importance of AI, we must be aware of, all of us. Not a single person can be left out. That's why this program taken up by the ministry. What I understand is that as all of you appreciate, you already know that survival of the fittest. With time, society changes, needs changes, many things changes. And all of us can survive only if we adjust with the time, with the development. Those who are refuse to adjust with the changes time brings in, I think they are not fit to survive. And that's why all of us must survive in the whether we are going to retire very soon or we are going to give service for a long time, all of us must survive until till we are alive, right? I don't say until we are dead, but I am positive way I am telling till we are alive, okay? So till we are alive, we must survive in a decent way. And nowadays, internet was very important in the beginning of in the last decade of the last century. And but then WhatsApp came up around the end of the first decade of this century. And now WhatsApp has been more important than email even. Because every moment we are looking at the WhatsApp. People say that, all are hooked to the WhatsApp mobile. It's nothing wrong. We have to survive. And we have to sometimes get ready for a meeting within half an hour notice, which we receive from our higher authorities. So like that, all are important, including email. But more important, I feel WhatsApp than email. Because email, we take some time to open up, but WhatsApp is always moving with us, all these things. Anyway, so AI is another application of your data connectivity. Nothing more than that. But AI is going to be more powerful than WhatsApp in maybe in another direction. WhatsApp for information, immediate connectivity. AI may be for higher and wider application, as you already know. So, about this thing, we have invited Dr. Ramanujam and to speak on the topic. He is an expertise along with some of our professors. So you can discuss with that. We will be ready, waiting to listen to him. I will not take much time. So on behalf of all of you, I welcome Dr. Ramanujam from Department of Computer Science, NIT Silchar. And welcome Dr. Ramanujam. Yeah, his name is also very excellent, lovable. And Ramanujam, all of you know, the genius in mathematics. And all of us, I hope this mathematics is very important in computer. And his parents must have chosen a very excellent name for him. And so it's good. Anyway, so Dr. Ramanujam, I welcome you again and for a fruitful discussion on AI with our professors. Now, my feeling I want to share about that, think about the application, the time we have passed through. Now, new generation, some of you is like of the age of my students, right? So, say they may not even can think of the research, during research in late 80s or 90s, we did research. How we did, how we struggle with the information to collect, data collection. And many of you also know. And see, I did IIT Kharagpur PhD, but still then how we did collected data for to start with research. First step is the literature survey. And nowadays those things are obsolete, nothing is there. What I used to do, sitting in the, IIT Kharagpur has the biggest library in India. And I used to sit there, first we used to collect the abstract book. And go through page after page the abstract book, see the important topic, title of the topic, I need to go through. So collect and note down those titles in a notebook from the abstract book. So much patience was needed. Then after important topics I sort out with the reference number of the corresponding journal, then I'll go each journal one after another and then read the journals and see what is written in the articles. Think about now with the AI, just a click a button. All information, all abstract, all title, everything will come. Though, say for my time, I spend about 3 to 6 months, minimum 3 months, maybe another 6 months, hour after hour, day and night in the library, in the reference section. So those jobs we spend minimum 3 months to 6 months to know about the, to decide my topic, to decide what I am planning to do, so that literature review or survey. And those 6 months time, each of now new generation can save now. Just simply maybe 1 day, 2 day, with the help of AI, you can get all the information recently, whatever available on the website. Okay. So what does it mean? Is it making us lazy? No. It will making us more smart and also higher productivity. Thing is that higher productivity. So we are supposed to do research. We are supposed to spend time in laboratory. We are supposed to spend time writing an article, right? But it is not that searching, that abstract book searching was wastage of time, I feel. Reading the journal article is okay. It is not wastage of time. We have to read the article up to that. So first 6 months, only sorting out the title of the topic, where it is available, whether it is available, the journal is available or not. See, all library cannot afford all the journals. Thousands of journals cannot afford. Those days, costly. Now you don't need the journal to be available. Everything available online. So that first 6 months, sometimes 1 year, depending on the part-time scholar, those times where I feel was hindering or lowering our productivity. So now you see, with the help of AI, we can save those times. So indirectly, our productivity is increasing. Okay, and going AI does not mean that it is making us lazy. No, when computer was brought into workplace, in offices, when computer came in 80s, first came to the railways. 84, computer was introduced in 80s. And computer was first introduced in the ticketing system of railway. Okay, that time people thought that employment will be reduced and people will be lazy. Know that. And now you can see what is the benefit of computerization. So, but that does not mean that now you have been, as you know, all of us have been more busy in offices, though computerization is there. We are not lazy. Earlier, people may be coming to office at 11, left the office at 2 or 3. Now you have to sit in office from 9 to 5. Nobody is lazy, but productivity is certainly increased. So I'll not say that. 2 points, I request that please take it seriously. Whether we are going to retire very soon or late does not matter. It is like even retirement. I cannot discard, or I cannot, probably my life will be miserable without mobile, and particularly the software WhatsApp. I don't think my life, and nowadays more important because of all are busy, no time to talk to friends. Only WhatsApp is the medium through which we can talk to each other. Chatting can be done through WhatsApp. So without WhatsApp, life is not easy nowadays. Similarly, without AI, probably life will be very difficult particularly for everyone, but particularly for those academicians like us. Academicians, it will be very difficult. So we are all academicians. So my request that take it very seriously. Whatever minimum this type of meeting, it is an opportunity to learn something about AI. Those who are, please, I request to come up with that. Don't feel that I am old and I am the past generation. it's not necessary for me. That will be wrong. That will be wrong. See, I think I may be the most senior most person amongst you. I'm ready to learn AI. I'm doing it, in fact, to some extent. I'm the senior most amongst all of you. Okay? But without computer, I cannot do that. Whatever possible, I have learned already. I'm ready to learn more. So that's why my request is that all of you, please don't think. And if some of you are using the old Nokia small mobile, just discard it simply. All of us can afford. Buy more better, faster mobile we need. For AI, certainly faster mobile with high tech is necessary. Okay. So anyway, we'll listen to Dr. Ramanujan. My request is that take it seriously. AI awareness is not only awareness, we should be 100% at least to some. We must be skilled with AI. Secondly, if we want to survive, we have to like camouflage. We must adjust with the environment. If we are camouflaging, those insects or animals who are camouflaging, they are best suited to the environment and they better survive than others. And we will be like that. If we are not adopting to the environment, to the new technology, we will be obsolete and will be rejected by the society, even rejected by the family. Wife will reject, children will reject. My papa or my mama is not using WhatsApp, not using AI, no point of talking to them. Will be most discarded by the even family, society. Anyway, all the best. Okay. And thank you for all of you showing interest. House is almost full. And in paper, we have 312 teachers. Maybe some vacancies are there. So I think, hope all the teachers have attended. And so thank you very much for joining, showing your interest. And wish you good luck. We have another online meeting at 2:30 with Secretary Higher Education. So maybe after listening few words from our Dr. Ramanujan, I and probably Professor Tiwari will leave the venue. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your motivational speech. Now we will be having a very light refreshment, and after 15 minutes, we will all gather here again for the big session. Okay. Okay, I hope all of us have the refreshment. So I request all those who are outside to please come inside. We'll be starting the session soon. I just wanted to give a very brief introduction of our speaker, Dr. Ramanujam E. Ramanujam E is an active senior member of IEEE working in the research field of activity recognition for ambient intelligence, especially fall detection, student monitoring during online examination, etc. Ramanujam E has been leading a research group called AMBIL with a motto to provide safety and comfort to elderly and disabled people. 7 PhD students and around 10 undergraduate and postgraduate students were currently working in his laboratory, and 1 PhD student has completed her PhD under his supervision. This lab research focuses on fall detection in unconstrained and slippery bathroom environment. They also focus on gate monitoring in the smart walkers. Ramanujam E received computer science and engineering from Anna University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and a PhD degree from Information and Communication Engineering, Center for Research, Anna University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. He is currently working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Silchar, Assam. With this, I will conclude the introduction of our speaker, and I will be inviting him, our resource person, to deliver his talk.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the introduction. Good afternoon, one and all present here. Honorable VC, sir. other dignitaries, other authorities of Mizoram University. First of all, I would like to thank the authorities for giving me an opportunity to share the knowledge on using AI tools for education and research. I have seen a lot of professors sitting over here. I do understand that, as VC sir pointed out strongly, before 30 years, there is no computers. They read the papers through the hard copy of the journals. They read the abstracts, and many of the times they used to wait for 6 months to get the papers or the journals. But nowadays, we are getting everything at point. And I have seen a lot of professors who might have worked with the Pentium 1 or 2 or 3 processors. Now we have the, yes sir, thank you. Now we have Core i5, Core i7, even Xeon, lot of processors has evolved. Moreover, at free of cost, we are getting the GPU with the Google Colab, Kaggle, and other environments. Before 15 years, there is no concept of GPU. Nowadays, we have GPU, TPU, and all these things. With the enormous increase in this hardware facilities, nowadays we are using AI at each and every time. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are using AI. For an instance, whenever we use Amazon, Amazon is giving lot of product recommendations. And if you search for a product in Amazon, next minute it will be popped out with Gmail. The same product, let us say a shoe or a wallet or a watch. Again, you are being monitored through the cookies, what you are using in your day-to-day systems. But apart from that, the use of AI is taking you to a different world, different field. In WhatsApp, we are using something called as Meta AI, which will, whatever you ask, it is giving you all the informations. With that note, I am starting here. I don't want to speak more about the tools. Rather, I want to give you some demonstration of how the tools can be used for the research purpose. I think many of you have been well versed with ChatGPT. How many of you, please? Okay. I think mostly the ChatGPT is used for some grammatical corrections or to improve the writing skills. Beyond that, anyone from Gemini? Anyone from DeepSeek? Okay. Beyond these 3 tools, there are some more tools which is readily available for this research purpose. As Sir pointed out very clearly, before they have taken 2 years, 2.5 years to do the literature survey itself. Now we have all the connectivity by means of AI tools. That is what I am going to show here. So let me start my presentation. So our title is about AI as a companion for teaching and research. I am sorry that I am concentrating more on research rather than the teaching, because we are more interested towards research. So I am giving more demonstration related to the research concepts. So we know very well about this academic research. What is the purpose of academic research? As we all are the professors sitting over here, I don't want to explain about that. However, whenever we want to start the research, we will be having the 3 major kings. We used to say it as a Scopus, Google Scholar. In computer science and field, we used to have something called as DBLB. DBLB is particularly used for computer science journals and conferences, which will give you highly cited, peer-reviewed conferences like A-Star conference and AA and other conferences, which are highly conducted in foreign countries. Beyond that, whenever we do the research, first and foremost thing what we used to do here is we'll be doing with Google Scholar, right? Which is freely available. Whatever the papers that is listed, which will be listed there using this Google Scholar. Only thing you need a Google query. For example, whatever the research field you want to search, you will be giving that query. Based on that query, it will be giving you the list of publications. So here, the AI tools evolves. Not only with WhatsApp or Amazon, it starts with Google Scholar also. In Google Scholar, there is a new option called as Google Labs. Anyone used Google Labs? Okay. So I will enter into that. Before that, AI. Everywhere the AI is there. What is the purpose of an AI? Why we need to use this AI? Actually, we used to say that AI means artificial intelligence that can act like a human, that can mimic like a human, but that never think like a human. But nowadays, the two started thinking like a human. But there are some advantages and the disadvantages of using an AI tools rather than the natural intelligence. AI is used everywhere: healthcare, education, industries, textile, communications. In all fields, we are using this AI. How we are going to use this AI tool here, especially when we do the research? It is just to improve our writing skills, readability, novelty, quality, and quantitative contributions rather than the natural intelligence. I'm not saying that you can completely write your research paper with the help of AI, but we can use AI to upgrade the paper to the next level. That is the content or the concept that we are going to discuss here today. So there are n number of tools available for this research work. Starts with the literature review. We have multiple tools available like Semantic Scholar, Connected Papers, Research Rabbit, and then Cite AI, Consensus. And then when you go for reading and summarization, as our VC sir point out, they have to read the paper again and again and again to understand the concept or the impact of what they have written for that paper. But today, it is not like that. There is a concept called text summarization. Using the text summarization, it will give you within a 2-line what is the purpose of that paper, why they have written that paper, why the paper has been published. Second thing, this Google Notebook, LM, SciSpace. When you go for writing and editing, we can use this ChatGPT, Cloud Tool, Grammarly, QBot. Okay? I think many of you might have heard these tools names. Coming to the data analysis and coding, Julius AI. One thing I want to point out here, whenever we do research, we used to type the code from the scratch. But our students are not writing the code. They are getting the code from the AI. But how far it is dangerous, I don't know, because I am not up to the level of the professors who are sitting here. But nowadays, the people are getting the code directly from the AI tools. Without knowing even the syntax, many people are getting it. There are some tools also available here. Julius AI, then cloud, all these things. Then reference management, integrity and plagiarism, visualization tools, all these things are available. So let me enter into the first tool. This is Google Scholar. We know very well that Google Scholar is specifically used for reviewing, that is a literature analysis or literature survey. This is the Google Scholar. Okay. So whenever you click this My Profile, you will be getting your own papers. Library is the papers which you have saved for. And there is something called labs. Okay, this labs is very recently evolved. Before that, how we will be using this Google Scholar, let me show to you. Let us take a common technique. This is in our research area. I am giving a title, Multi-Resident Activity Recognition, using a deep learning. If I click this, it will be giving you the list of papers. This will be giving you the list of papers. It starts with 2025. It goes on like this, 2021, 2018, and then we have 2023. Here we have very few options. If you want to search from 2026, so first 2026 will evolve. If you want to search only from 2020, you can give like I think the button is not working. Okay, no problem. So this way we can short it, but you will not get the exact number of papers what you want. So the Google Scholar has introduced a concept called as Google Labs, which is an extension which is available with this Google Scholar.
just bring another laptop, but that paper is going to take the First, let me show other things. But I got another laptop.
Okay.
Change to the one.
Okay. So this Google Labs, what is the purpose of this Google Labs? You can simply give a query, right? That will understand the context of the query and it will take you or it will fetch you the relevant papers in those areas. And moreover, it will summarize the content of those papers that is easy for any of the researchers to understand its literature survey. I will show you the demo, so it will be easy for you to understand.
This one. In the meantime, I'll go for the
Okay, sir. If required, I will collect it. So I am using the Google Labs now, which will be available in the Google Scholar. That is the first page. You see there is an option called as Labs. Okay. So you can ask a detailed question to this Google Lab. If anyone wants to ask a question, you can throw me the question. I can ask for it. Any specific research area or anything you want to check, then you can ask me. Because otherwise, I'll be giving only my related query. Okay. If anyone is working with your research area, you can ask me a query. So we can give the, yes sir, please. Anyone please? Any queries in your research area? Sir, maybe too narrow to, maybe to your own research area, maybe like. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Metagenomics. So I am simply giving find the relevant papers related to metagenomics. It is looking for some results. So I am not sure about this research area, but it is giving you some informations. So it starts with the 2008. So these are all the papers which is related to metagenomics. I think Sarah has to validate these results. So which is giving you some results. Yes, sir. It is according to your subscription. It will give you only the link and the title names. This is taken only based on the number of citations and very relevant to your query what you have given. So you can access that papers. So this option is previously not available with Google Scholar. Now it is available for you, especially for example, I am giving in my research area. This will work only for the Google Scholar, and it is at the alpha stage, not even it has gone for the beta stage. It will give you only the limited number of papers. Still, it is not fully launched by this Google. Okay. So these are all the various papers in our related research area. So let me move on to the next tool. Okay, the next tool is X citations. We, the people from engineering, mostly we discuss something about this Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4 journals. I think it is familiar nowadays with everyone. This Q1 is nothing but the quartile 1, nothing but the top 25% of the papers related with science major ranking. We set as simply SJR ranking. But when we speak about this engineering journals, we'll be discussing only with Web of Science journals. Q1 means top 10%, Q2 the next 20%, Q3 the next 30%, Q4 the next 40%. So whenever we publish the papers with the Q1, that means we have published the papers at the top 10 ranking journals, which is highly tough for us to publish the papers. So I think the similar kind of papers will also be available in your research areas also. So how to identify that? Whenever you read some papers, or whenever you search some papers, or whenever you search some profile of any of the professors, it will easily list out how many number of Q1 publications the person has, how many number of Q2 publication the person has, number of Q3 and the number of Q4. Still now what we people used to do here is, we will be going for the site called as, this is a site. Actually, whenever we go for this promotions with NIT, we used to check only with the Web of Science. Web of Science has a different rating, Science Major has different rating. In Web of Science, 10, 20, 30, 40. But in Science Major, it will be 25, 25, 25 and 25. So Web of Science will be bit difficult because it takes first 10%, but Science Major will take top 25%. Simply how we will check, let us take some journal, IEEE Census. It will be searching you some journals. When you click this, it will show what quartile it is. It may be Q1 or Q2. So it is Q1 and it shows the H index of 172 so and so. The related informations are available. But the researchers have introduced the tool or nothing but the add-on called as X citations. This is available only for Google Chrome, not for any other browser. It will list you the Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4 journals. So let me show the example of that. So simply I am searching my own profile because I logged in with my account. So which says that I have 8 publications in Q1 and 2 publications in Q2 and 4 publications in Q3 and 3 publications in Q4. Balance some number of publications with the conference and all those things. Conferences will never come into this Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. When you scroll down, it will automatically say that, you see here the first journal I have shown is the IEEE Census. I checked with the Science Major. The same thing it is showing. It shows, yeah, it's a normal Google Scholar. If you want to check your profile also, we can search it out here. Whenever you simply add this add-on, this X citations, I will show that. Simply go for the Google search. This is the extension, the name of the extension, X citations. Okay. Simply give this as the add-on. If you want to search with the Google Chrome also, you can search. So this is the link. X citation, short Google Scholar by number of citations and so and so. Simply click this link. So there is an option called as Add to Chrome. If you click add to Chrome, it will automatically link this add-ons to your Chrome. So it will list you all the publications, what are all the Q1, what are all the Q2, Q3, everything it will be listing. While searching also, it will give you the options, okay? So like this way we can check it out. Let me move on to the second tool called as Semantic Scholar. Actually, Google Scholar just now introduced the concept called as Google Labs. But before that, there are some other concerns, other research concerns, industries. They have started lot number of search engines. One of these things is a Semantic Scholar. It is an academic search engine only. It is having around 200 plus million research papers. What is the advantage of using this Semantic Scholar? It will give you the text summarization of the paper, what we have. We say that as TLDR. Too long to read. Too long to read, did not have time to read. So simply say that as TLDR. Whenever you search for a paper, it will give you the paper and it will give you the crisp summary in 2 lines or 3 lines for each of the paper. As a researcher, we know that abstract itself is the summary of the research, but in that, again they are crisping the content which will be given as a single line or 2 line of content. Moreover, it will be giving you something called as an highly influencing papers. What is meant by influencing papers or impactful papers? If it has more citations, some paper, maybe Sir was saying microgenomics or microgenetics or something. Sir might be having some kind of a Bible kind of papers that has more number of citations. Whenever we go for Andrew Ng's paper or book, that has more than millions of citations still now. Similar way, that paper, that kind of papers is what we say it as an highly influencing or highly impactful papers. That kind of papers can be shot out. Second thing, there are multiple options with the Semantic Scholar. I will show you that. So, you don't want to log in for this. If you have an account, then they will be sending you more number of mails, contents and all these things. However, you can use this only for reading the papers. Let us give. Please don't bother that I am giving only my query. If you have any query, please. So I have given some query for this. It is giving you around 1,50,000 results for this query. Now, there are multiple options here. Field of study, date range. Based on author also you can sort it out. In Google Scholar, you don't have the option to list the papers based on the author. For example, in your own research field, you might be getting some famous authors or familiar authors. So based on his name or her name, we can sort the papers. Based on the journals and based on the conferences also, you can sort it. For example, in our research field, IEEE transactions are the most famous or the good quality publications. If you want to sort out, we can sort it out. So these are all the multiple options. So when I click this journals and conferences, which is giving you multiple options, what kind of papers you have to select. Similar way, authors, there are multiple authors listing here. Then this is the sort by relevance. Sort by relevance in the sense, if you want to sort the papers based on citation, you can sort it. Based on influencing papers, you can sort it. Sort by recency, you can sort it. There are lot number of options. So let me take by sort by citation count, which is giving some paper like robust human activity recognition from depth video using spatio-temporal multi-fused futures. So this is called as TLDR. This two line is called as the TLDR. That is too long, did not read. That is the expansion for TLDR. It will give you the small, simple two-line expansion about that paper. You don't want to read the complete paper. It will be giving you the general details of that paper in 1 or 2 lines. Similar way, there is another paper which will be giving you those informations. Here, this brown color is nothing but the number of citations of that paper. This is the publisher name. If you want to save, you can save it. If you want to cite this paper, you can cite it. These many options are available here. This is the semantic scholar. If you want to log in, you can log in. Every week, they will be sending you the message or the mail nothing but how many number of papers have been cited. Your paper, they will be giving some updates. But I think it is not required for us. No, sir. No, in no way you cannot accept Orchid. I think you all know about Orchid. Okay, Orchid is a kind of a research forum where you can know how many number of papers you have published. In Google Scholar, there is an option to add the papers manually. If you add the papers manually, it will not properly display the information. We say it as a metadata information. So Orchid alone will make you to add the papers. In Semantic Scholar or in Google Scholar or in Scopus, you cannot directly add the paper. If you add also, it will not give you the metadata completely. That is, metadata means where you have published, which year, volume number, issue number, pages, link, DOI, all these things will be missing. So in that case, automatic updation is better. So this is mostly used for literature review, citation analysis, and the influencing research. So this is a sample screenshot I have given to you. Then the very interesting tool called as Research Rabbit. Earlier, our VC sir was pointing that we have to read multiple papers. While reading the paper, there might be some good link, that is good paper cited in that paper. So you have to go back and you have to get that paper. That is very, very easy over here. This is mostly the literature discovery and the visualization tool. Apart from that, it will discover the related papers. Very important, it will discover the related papers. It will give you the author networks and it will also identify the research trends. So we say that how it is being taking. It is taking based on the seed of the article. Whatever the keyword you are giving and you are searching, it will take some seed from that and it will connect multiple papers. Okay, that is the purpose of this Research Rabbit. Moreover, it will give you an interactive visual maps. I will show so you can easily understand. So this is the link. Okay. No, sir, it is not a paid, but you are supposed to log in. If you log in, then you will get all the informations. Free only. Here we will not take we could not take the papers. We can get the connectivity of that papers. Linked papers. Yes, sir. It will show you the list of connected papers through the through the references and through the author names. I will show you. Sorry, I missed out that what is the username and the password. Okay. Now, we are going for this. Whatever you want to search, you can give. Now, from the audience, we can give some topic. We can search over it. You can give the title. You can give the DOI of any paper, or you can give the keywords. Through a single link, you will be getting multiple links, multiple link of related papers, and how they have been connecting. Anyone wants to give the query here? Anyone, please? Any title or any query, any keywords? Molecular? DOC? NG. So I am simply giving molecular docking. So there is a paper in 2024, an overview of molecular docking. Then there is another paper, software for molecular docking, a review. Now, might be, sir. Here it will not show you the citations, but it will list you the paper based on certain aspects. So first let us go for this first paper, overview of molecular docking. You see, in the right hand side, it is searching similar papers 2K. It is around 2000 papers are related with this molecular docking. It is not exactly with molecular docking, but it is related to molecular docking. Okay. So if you click this similar, it will show you 2000 papers. This is the number of papers cited in that molecular docking. That is an overview of molecular docking. Then cited by other papers is 23 number of papers. So I am clicking this similar paper. This is called as a visualization graph. So what are all the papers listed here that will be showing? For example, Trot is having connectivity between these many number of papers. Trot is having connectivity between Meng, Fan, PIN-C. Let us check with the Meng. Meng is having multiple connectivity. What is this connectivity? Nothing but the Meng has directly or indirectly cited other author papers. Other authors may be citing Meng. This is what they are saying it is a connectivity. There is no mistake here. For example, here we people have the unique names, but in China, Japan, or other thing, Shu, XU, there may be multiple Shu, XU. So in that case, it will not display you that kind of authors. However, it will display only the papers related with molecular docking. For example, if a person deals with a paper on machine learning, that paper will not be displayed here. It will be displaying only on the basis of molecular docking. So in the left hand side, we have these many number of papers. It goes on. So it is showing only 1 to 20 paper of this 2035. It can go. It can go. Okay. So based on each and every paper, the number of related connectivity will increase. Now, when we want to do the literature survey, we can connect with any one paper and we can fetch out the related papers on those related documents. So let us take Venkatachalam 2003. If I am clicking this paper, it will show the information and where it has been taken from. What is the abstract of this paper? There is no abstract here. But when we check with the novel method for the shape-directed rapid docking, which is giving 1.3K papers. Okay? Like this, it will extend, 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 and extend. But the very important thing is you have to filter out which papers are important for you and which papers are not important. So this is the earlier version of this research rabbit. I have taken this screenshot very earlier, but nowadays they have changed the GUI. This is one of the tool. The next tool is the connected papers. Connected paper is also the same. As like a research rabbit, it will connect you multiple papers. Yes, sir. Actually, whatever the tool I am speaking here, I am not using all those tools every day. Actually, based on some expertise and based on some reading, I prepared all these documents. I am not exactly using all those content. So, this is only for the demonstration. But however, I tested all these tools. That's why I am speaking here. So, this is also a AI-based tool. It is just to visualize the connections between the paper. It can be based on the author, based on the keyword, or based on the title. Again, it will give you the graph-based analysis. It is very perfect. As Sir said very correctly, it will give you the directions to how to fetch the papers and how the papers are connected. So, I think very recently many literature review papers comes with the graph displayed by this tool. This is nothing but the connected papers. So, I will show you. It is completely paid. Actually, to some extent you can use this, but beyond that you cannot use this. But Research Rabbit is completely free. No, sir. Nowhere you can download the article, sir. Actually, these people are maintaining only the database where they have the link, where they have the abstract and the metadata information. If you want to download, if it is free, if it is open access, then you can download it. If it is a subscription based, then you are supposed to go to that particular journal. For example, in Scopus, all the papers are available, which is being maintained by Elsevier. In that case, they are not giving any Elsevier paper at the free of cost. It will be redirecting to that particular site. Similar way, based on the dictionary, based on the database, they are giving you the list. That's it. But you are not supposed to download all the papers here. There is some kind of limitations. So, I am clicking molecular docking. I am building a graph. It may take some time. So, these are all the papers related to molecular docking. So, this is the graph. If you click any one circle, this is called, we say it as a density graph. Whichever the circle is very dark, more number of paper has been cited in that. If it is very small, the disk size is very small, it is very less in numbers. I think anyone has seen this kind of disk in your day-to-day life? This kind of graph? Anyone is using Google Fit? Yes, madam. Madam has shown. Okay. In Google Fit, I think if you use an application called as Google Fit in your mobile application, it will track how many number of steps you have walked today. That is every day. It will show this density disk. Okay. This is a kind of a visualization graph. No, sir, it's a network. But I am speaking about the disk density. That is the number of papers cited that particular paper. This is giving you the complete graph. It starts from 1998. It ends with 2023. This many number of papers are available. Again, I am saying that this is up to a limit. If you go deep into that, you have to pay. You have to get a subscription. Next one is the very famous tool AI2 Scholar QA. This is used for literature review and it is used for auto drafting of a paper. But I am not sure about the content authenticity of the tool. If you want to write a paper or if you want to write the introduction for a particular paper, it will automatically draft the content. It is being developed by Allen Institute. It uses the concept called as Retrieved Augmented Generation, RAG tool. It's a kind of an LLM model. Using this, it will search millions of paper and it will fetch you the relevant passages and will do the grammatical corrections and give you the final output. That is a small draft of a paper. Let me show that. No, sir, this is completely free. But we have to check about the quality of the matter, what it is written. When we compared with the ChatGPT, when you compared with the cloud, or when we compared with the Gemini, this is bit better than those, because the ChatGPT and the Gemini are mostly trained with Wikipedia and other general materials, but this is being trained with academic research papers. So machine learning says that how you train the model, that is very important. If the model is being trained with academic research papers, then it will give you the data mostly on that. The problem here is, especially the people from computer science will be referring to the IEEE access very less numbers, because that is an open access paper in the computer science field. We will be accessing very few number of times. But this AI2 Scholar will be accessing only from IEEE access, because it is freely available in the internet. Whenever you search for some paper from IEEE access, it is easily downloadable. So it takes more content from IEEE access. Second thing, some of the papers which is freely available or openly available, it will use to fetch the content from those papers. As Sir was saying, whether it will be taking the content from subscription. No, let us take some Elsevier or IEEE transactions or Springer journal. It will not take that much of content. However, it will maintain some content. How it will be, let us check. So this is the tool. Write a brief survey on molecular docking. Using anything, sir? Okay, simply will give. So it is searching for some content. Yeah. So it is taking 12 million plus open access papers. That is very important. It has taken 14 papers from Semantic Scholar, and it is focusing only up to 50 papers, and it has taken 43 highly aggregated passages to focus on up to 50 papers. It takes some time. Even it will give you the literature review, that is section 2 of our research papers, with the table wise comparison also. So it has generated the introduction part. Okay. So if you click this, it will be giving you. This first 4 lines is about the introduction, that is a small abstract of that introduction. This is saying something. Since I don't know about molecular docking, Sir has to verify this. Okay, it is giving you the citations, but again I am saying that these citations are mostly from open access journals or simply the normal conferences. It will not come from reputed journals. So if you want to check, simply click this. It is saying Journal of Computational Chemistry. Okay, I don't know about that journal. Second journal, second paper is about, it is an archive. Archive is an open access forum where we can publish the papers before it enters into any kind of a reputed journals. Then again, It is showing somewhere, but which journal, it don't know. And it is showing that it is an evidence from paper. Where it is, I don't know. So it has written the first section, you see. Then key components and methods, section number 2. Section number 3, software and the tools. Sir, something the contents are related. No, sir. So it has given something. If you fine tune the query, you just say that, write the introduction on so and so aspect, literature review on so and so aspect, with the performance comparisons and methodology, experimental results and discussions, finally the conclusion. The query has to be very clear. Even the query can be a one-page query. The query has to be given properly, but it will give you the content. This is the raw content based on the given query. If the query is very fine-tuned, it will be updating. But when you compare with the ChatGPT or Gemini, it will give you some more better content. ChatGPT and Gemini will be for the normal applications. This is particularly for the research purpose. Right? So, AI2 Scholar QA. No, AI2 Asta. Asta is the name. But when you search with the AI2 Scholar QA, it will go to Asta. This is a sample snapshot. Then comes the Google Notebook. Actually, the Google has introduced this notebook. We say it as a notebook language model. You can upload any kind of a documents, PDF, Google Docs, websites. Actually, we can say that it is a partial method of ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, I think if you use a free access, you can upload minimum of 1 paper or 2 paper per month or something. If you get a pro version, you can upload any number of papers. Even nowadays, the LinkedIn is posting, lot of persons are posting in the LinkedIn that the reviews in the reputed journals are done by AI tools. Yes, it is being done. So in that case, many of the conferences also, they are doing the review by means of this ChatGPT or these kind of tools. So one among that tool is this Google Notebook LM. This is particularly used for summarization, nothing but the text summarization. Whatever the PDF document you upload, it will summarize the content, it will give you the crisp. You can ask question, you can make the quizzes, you can create a videos, you can create a PPTs, all these things can be done. But here, there are certain limitations. You can go for audio summarization. If you want to listen the audio in your native language, Mizo, Tamil, Telugu, English, Hindi, Malayalam, the overview is also available. It can able to provide the mind maps. We know very well about the mind maps. Whenever we start the research, we used to give the mind maps. That mind maps is also been developed by this Google Notebook LM. This is just to simplify the complex content. Let me go there. So I checked on my own research area, see the fall detection systems, a sensor technology, enhanced privacy in the smart home IoT environment, so and so I checked. So simply I am opening this for you. So whatever you are typing here, as like a ChatGPT, whatever you are typing here, it will give you all the contents. In the right hand side, there are multiple options like if you want the audio, it will create an audio. If you want to create a video, it will create a video. If you want to create a mind map, simply I am giving the mind map because audio and video takes some time. So I think I am not boring anyone. Yes, that's why I am giving you all the demo because it's a second half. I too a faculty of an institute. I know the difficulty of sitting in the class in the second half. So that's why I prepared particularly this demo because whenever we show something, it will be something interactive. So it takes some time. It is working on it. So from this, you can create a mind map, you can create a quiz, you can create some reports. Lot of things can be done. Let it works. We'll go for the next tool because it takes some time. Because it is using more computations, so it takes lot of time for us. So if you want to present, if you put a video there, it will crisp and it will summarize the content of that video. Whatever the language it may be, it will summarize you in English or Tamil, whatever it may be. So this is a snapshots I have used. Then the very important, the perplexity. Anyone use this tool, perplexity? Yeah, I think madam is familiar with this. Thank you, sir. This is completely the commercial usage. Earlier it was free. Now it is completely subscription board. You have to pay, then only you can get the informations. Otherwise it is a bit difficult. But we obviously not a student, sir. That's the problem, right? Actually, when we go for this perplexity, it will give you a lot of informations better than this ChatGPT because it uses the evidence-based search. There's a lot of searching mechanisms available here. This uses this evidence-based search. It will give you the proper response to the query what you are asking. It will not like ChatGPT. It will simply give, for example, if you search some content about the research paper, it will say that this paper has attained the accuracy of 90 to 95. It will never say what accuracy exactly it is. Say something like 90 to 95 or something it will say that the computational cost is 1.2 million flops or 0.78 million flops. But it will say something like 1 to 2 million flops. We cannot write the papers based on those data. But Perplexity will give you the proper informations, but we are supposed to pay for it. Still, this is running. We'll go to this Perplexity. So a survey on molecular docking. So it started giving the concepts. Pictures also. Sampling methods. Scoring functions. Key applications. Popular softwares. And it is giving you something called as a follow-up questions. If you want to check further, if you want to fine-tune on further questions, you can give a follow-ups. It will take you to the next, and the next. So let us give. Compare performance of Autodoc versus Clyde versus Gold. It started comparing. 3 different softwares. So which is giving you the accuracy. Yes, sir, everything it will give. But nowadays this table and all given by this Pro version. It is giving you the speed comparisons, virtual screening, everything. Again, from this you can go for the next question. This is the purpose of perplexity. So this is the sample I have used. Then we know very well about this ChatGPT. In what way the ChatGPT is used? For what purpose we all people are using this ChatGPT? Anyone? Content writing. So are you going to write the content completely from the ChatGPT, or you have a written content, you are going to update that content from ChatGPT? Okay. Okay. Refinement. Okay, sir. Any other? Suraj, sir.
Data analysis also is there, sir. Some information if we give, we want some analysis to be done. Yes.
Sir, ChatGPT does everything. For example, any people using latex here? How many of you are using latex? Overleaf? Okay. Everyone are using Word document to submit your research papers, but sometimes we people used to have only the latex because referencing is bit easy with latex.
So you need to log in here again.
I think I have to come back again. Vega tool will be there.
Yeah, Vega I installed it here.
Okay, sir. Then I'll use it. But the PDF is here, na? Latex PDF is here. Okay, let me download it. No issues. You just log out from my mail.
Yes.
You just connect this.
Which one? Before talking
Okay, sir. Around the 3 I will complete, then we'll have the discussion. Okay, sir. Thank you.
let us try with this one.
Okay, sir. Now we will check about this ChatGPT. The very important, difficult task in writing the research paper in latex is fitting the formula. It is very difficult for us to fit the formula because we need to know the formulas. That is, to write it in latex, you need to know the formula to write a formula. Let us take a simple Pearson correlation coefficient, or simply the square root of simply a plus b the whole square. You need to write a plus b the whole square means bracket a plus b then to power 2 equals lot of things you have to write it. This latex will create you everything. This ChatGPT will create you everything. I will show some examples. So it explains about R, X and Y. It's a bivariate analysis and it has given the formula. So summation xi minus x bar so and so. It is easy to see, but it is bit difficult for us to write it in latex, because when you go for latex, no sir, every time we will be using only latex. Even for this PPT, what I am showing here is also prepared with latex. Our day-to-day activities will be based on latex only. So this is the tool, this is the code. You need to import lot of packages, everything's. So this is the Beamer latex template. We need to include everything. So if I want to type a small formula here, I need to put lot of effort. Let us take here. So below this, I am typing something. $A plus B square so if I save this, automatically it will compile and it will show the formula here. So in the right hand side, you see here we are getting this equation. This is a simple equation. I think many people working with multiple complex equations, it is difficult for us to put it. Especially let us take the integration, differentiation, let us take a partial derivative. Those things are very difficult for us to write it with the Word document. But it is very easy for us to write it with LaTeX. Second very important thing, whenever you write a research paper, while writing the paper you will be citing one number or one paper. While modifying, that paper will be getting changed. Then again you have to go and check the reference, you have to change that reference. But that is very quite easy here. If you simply call that particular bib, it will update you. So first let us complete the ChatGPT. So here we can easily write it. Second important thing, in our case, we will be writing some algorithms. We will be writing some pseudocodes or theorem to be fit in our paper. So that can be easily modified here. The alignment, syntaxing, everything will be taken care over here. Simply I am writing to fit for, I am writing the journal also, IEEE transactions on image vision. So it is a common algorithm. See here. It is giving you all the informations. But still it may not be sufficient to publish over it. You need to do a lot of changes. So how far it will be helpful if you write a basic draft, it will update you the contents. Okay. So let us prepare. It is a 1 hour lecture slide for molecular docking to teach the undergraduate students, which is giving you all the informations. I'm not sure about the content, but it is giving. These are all the ways this ChatGPT, Gemini, everything is used. Another example, a simple C program to perform a matrix multiplication. It is up to us how you are giving the task. But most of the time, we the researchers are not continuously using this. It is being used like a Google search engine, Google, what is it, it's a search. Earlier we used a Google search, nowadays we are using this ChatGPT. In my point, I am using this ChatGPT as a simple Google search engine. For example, today morning, while I come in the train, I come to know that there needs something like inner loop permit or something. I want to get it over here. Inner line permit, thank you sir. So at the time I discussed with the Suraj sir, no need to bother, you'll be allowed, you have all the documents with you, so no problem. However, I searched the content with the ChatGPT. It says that you have to show the Aadhaar card, one passport size photograph, all these things, everything. Second thing, I was bit interesting when I travel from Silchar to Mizoram. I have seen the track are new, buildings new, this bridges, tunnels, everything seems to be new. So I had an idea when it was opened. Then I searched, it says that it is launched during September 2025. And I felt very happy that, okay, because of this train, I could come within 3 hours. I know Professor Ajay Kumar Khan sir has traveled to NIT Silchar multiple times. He has to wait for 2 days to travel from Mizoram to Silchar. He has to fly from here to Kolkata, then Kolkata to Silchar. And you will not get a continuous flight. Our Silchar airport is under the control of Indian Air Force. So by 2 o'clock we will sharply close the shuttles. So next day morning, early morning, you will come to Silchar. But today I come and today night I will reach my quarter. So that way it was very interesting. So I checked all these facilities. All these things are available with ChatGPT. Next.
Matrix is not needed.
Now I will show sir. I will show sir. Sir, it is up to you whether all these content. See, I am not showcasing any tools. I am just demonstrating that these tools are available. We may practice or we may not practice these tools. It's up to us. Yes, sir, please. Flag. Yes, sir. Sir, actually, it is a problem with the Tarantine itself. Still now, lot of research is going on that even if you write on your own way, it will say that AI flag is 98%. Because I am saying openly that my PhD student is a Mizo girl. She used to write it in a very good English. When I put that paper for Tarantine for the plagiarism check, it says 94% AI flag. I am damn sure that she is sitting on my lab and she is writing on her own. She never used to have this ChatGPT. So this is a big clash between the researcher and the AI tool. So again, there are a lot of demerits in using these AI tools. Whatever I am showing here, we both are from the reputed institution. We cannot create or we cannot write a paper by simply putting it over here. We used to read, we used to write the content line by line. Maybe for the grammatical corrections, we can put that content for ChatGPT. Still, you may not trust this. There are some journals that will get only 4 papers, especially with IEEE. What some people are doing, they are writing the complete paper for 16 pages, putting it to the ChatGPT and asking the ChatGPT to crisp the content for 4 pages. But how far it will crisp, we don't know. The essence has to be verified only by the researcher, not by the tool. So, as of now, no journals are looking for this AI flag very specifically, because even if you write like AI, because I feel that natural intelligence is more better than this AI. So in that case, we cannot do anything, sir. Yes, sir. Everyone started. Everyone started because now I am dealing with some conference with Springer. Springer has stopped some papers saying that these papers are written with the AI content. Some issues are coming, then we have to turn it in to get some good quality software. So, ChatGPT, Gemini AI, but only with the difference with the Gemini AI is, since I have the professional account, because my institute comes with Google professional account, we are getting this Gemini also at a professional account. We can create any number of images, we can create any number of videos, okay? When I was speaking, Sir was saying that please speak about that ethical usage of this tools. As we all are educated and we are mostly matured, we will not be using these tools for some other purposes. But anyway, whenever we use for our research, we should limit the usage. We should not depend completely on this AI tools, especially like this ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek, whatever it may be. So DeepSeek is another tool. This is a simple comparison I am given, okay? So due to lack of time, I am switching to other tools. This is the very famous tool called as Cloud, which is developed by Anthropic. Yes, madam. I will share this PPT with Suraj sir. No issues. So this is the very famous tool. This is called as a Cloud. This is something different from ChatGPT, Gemini, and the DeepSeek. It is very well trained. It has high accuracy over the documents. It will provide you best results, especially in writing the codes. Code matlab Python or Java or whatever may be, in research purpose, it will give you better results. How? We tested with ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, and this Cloud. Cloud is performing better than the other tools. It has multiple options. It has text summarization. It has editing the question and answers. It has the capability of decision making, and it is also useful for code writing. It will give you the clear, structured responses rather than the ChatGPT, Gemini, and the DeepSeek, but it is mostly used for academic research, not for the other purposes. So, I will go for that. I'm not sure, sir. Actually, paid. Network is a bit slow. first one. No problem. Yeah. So let us write a detailed literature on molecular docking. Okay. Okay. So let it runs. We'll move on to the next tool. So this is about the cloud. I have shown some sample example of how the Python code will be developed using this cloud tool. Then comes this overleaf. As Sir was early pointing, many tools are free now, but later on we have to go for subscription. Overleaf was one among them. Earlier they have given completely at free of cost. Before, whenever we want to write code with LaTeX, you have to install BibDex, LaTeX, Text2, lot of softwares we need to install. But then comes this overleaf. This overleaf is completely free at earlier. Now we have to go for subscription because otherwise you have to compile, you can compile for limited number of times. Compilation means whatever you change in the code, after that you have to save that code. So if I compile that for 100 times per day, it will automatically stop. So to avoid that, we have to go for this overleaf subscription mode. But the advantages are, first and foremost thing is citation. Whatever you want to give as a citation, you don't want to change this citation again and again when you update the paper. Whenever you require, you can give it with the particular name, then accordingly it will cite. You don't want to change that content. Second thing, creating a table, pasting an image, everything is easy. Especially when you want to follow a specific journal format, you can easily download and you can paste it over there and you can simply use it out. No need to do anything. It will perfectly fit for the journal. For example, today we are submitting a journal for LZ where after some days or months or weeks, it got rejected. So we are looking for other journal. So you don't want to change the format. Simply change the headers. Automatically it will change to other format. For example, let us take LZ where it gets rejected. You are going for Springer. Copy the content, paste that content to Springer format, that is in between the LaTeX code. Automatically it will convert to Springer. So this is bit easy with overleaf. Okay. So this is our overleaf. Here you have multiple options. For example, I am going for a new project. You see multiple options are there. Blank project is there. Example projects are there. You can import from GitHub. If you want to refer to journal articles, you can refer to journal articles, books, formal letters. Let us go for some journal articles. This will show you a lot of journal articles. Okay. Something like template for transactions. For some journal is there. Okay, I'm simply opening for some purpose. So they already given the content. Okay. So inside the title, it automatically changes. Similar way, if you want to put the citations, you can put it. Here they have written the abstract. Paper is about that's it. Abstract will be changed. So they have given the keywords. Yes, sir, definitely you can copy paste it. Okay, whatever the changes you want to do it here, you can change it out. For example, section 1 is introduction. I want to introduce a new section. No, sir, simply the tag, the section. I am giving 3 sections. So introduction comes, methodology comes, results and discussion comes. I want to insert a table. There is an option here. There is a table here. I am inserting the table. I am selecting the size. I want to insert the table of size, 2 rows and 5 columns. Click it out. For example, serial number, research work, methodology, merits, demerits. So your table, no, it is not a table. Where, sir? No, that is a different table, sir. You have to give so this is the table. Serial number. So I want to make it as table comes. Let us take some numbers. And is the divider, which will divide the columns and the rows. Automatically it will come. If you want to put the vertical bars, it will come as a table. Now very important thing is simply I want to paste a image. So this is the image. I am copying this image. I am not doing anything here. Simply I am pasting Control V, which is giving you some names, everything. Insert figure. So later on we will give the captions and all these things. Figure comes. Okay. If you want to reduce this size, especially in Word document, we used to struggle to fit 2 pages, 2 images parallelly, something. Now see the size. It has come. Here I have not given the position. Okay. Very importantly, what we used to do, whenever we write a research paper, we miss to represent the figure number, we miss to represent the table numbers. But it is easy for us. For example, here I am mentioning this, figure 1. Now I am using Sachin as figure 1. Later on, during some updation, Sachin goes to figure 2 or figure 3 or figure 4. But here, what I am saying is, the figure is about Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar / refer figure 1. You see here, the figure is about Sachin Tendulkar. This is given with 1. If suppose I am changing, I am searching for Now, see to that, earlier Sachin was with the figure number 1. Now the Virat Kohli comes to the figure number 1. Tendulkar goes to figure number 2. However, what I point is the figure is about Sachin Tendulkar. Since it's changed to 2, it automatically changes to 2. This kind of lot of facilities are there with this overleaf, that is the latex. So a similar kind of tool is Prism. Prism comes with OpenAI. OpenAI is nothing but the company of this ChatGPT. They introduced this, what we say it is a Prism. What is the additional advantage of using Prism is, in overleaf, we have only editing, other facilities. But in the Prism, we have an additional facility to search also. We can log in, we can search for the ChatGPT content. That content directly, that can be put up into the latex file. That is the additional advantage of this Prism. Okay. Then comes the very important, the Saral AI. Anyone heard about this? Okay. This is developed by a professor of IIIT Hyderabad, Professor Pondurangam Kumaraguru. Now this ANRF is highly supporting this Saral AI tool. Okay. So what is the benefit of this Saral AI errors? Sir, if we both speak, we say it as a Saral. If I speak it in English, Saral. If I speak it in Hindi tone, then it will change. Okay. Because me and Sar's accent will be same. If I speak with the common people, then it will be becoming like Saral, not Saral. So, I think without asking permission of Suraj sir, I am accessing your account. Actually, many people we used to go for foreign conferences. At the time, we used to prepare a brochure. That is, we say it is a poster presentations. That is bit difficult task. They will give you 3-column format. You have to put all the content into that 3-column format, and you have to do all those things. Now, if you have a paper, you just download your paper, put it as a PDF document. It will create you the video about that paper, but it is in the initial stage. Indian government is working. There is another tool called as Sarvam AI. Sarvam. Okay. Sarvam AI is there. One among that is the Saral. Saral AI or Saral AI, whatever it may be. This is also booming up. Actually, a team from IIIT Hyderabad, IIT Madras. In IIT Madras, there is a famous professor called as Mitesh Kepra. He is working with Bharat for AI. They are working on all the local languages. Local languages means Indian regional languages, starting from Mizo, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, everything, they are working on it. With that intention, they brought this, because many researchers are affecting whenever they prepare the posters, video, audio, especially with Elsevier and other things, you have to provide something called as a graphical abstract. These things are also available here. So what to do here is, you have to upload a paper. Okay, I checked. Because of you people, I learned a lot for preparing this PPT. Then only I learned this. So at the time of posting, let us download some paper. So I am taking some paper. Okay, there might be some subscription issues. So whatever the document you have, let me try with other paper. Okay, this is the paper I am downloading. I am putting this paper here. There are multiple options. If you want to podcast it, you can podcast. If you want to go for reels, you can go for reels. For poster, you can go for poster. I am preparing a poster. It is generating. If you want to give the name of the conference, you can give the name of the conference. It will provide you the poster. Neuro IPS is the very toughest conference in computer science. Since the professor is from computer science, he has given the link here. I think you people may not know. This is something white. Here there is an option. You can type the conference name.
On that will come there.
Now, according to their format, it will prepare the poster. Okay. So with this, you can create a video. With this, you can create audio presentations. Everything you can prepare. But it is the baby stage. It's not even the alpha stage. Still, they have to work on it. Okay. With this, I want to stop here because it's around 3:15. Okay. But this tool, how many of you are working with the ML, machine learning algorithms? Anyone works with the machine learning algorithms? No one is working. Only Sar is working. Okay. Since you people may have some hindrance that you want to write a code for machine learning algorithms, this tool is somewhat older but very famous. You don't want to write even a single line of code, but you can do all the machine learning algorithms. I think many people will be working with the SPSS, right? SAS, something like that. The SPSS, what we used to do, we'll put the data, we'll do the analysis. There are some kind of algorithms like linear correlation, linear prediction, multinomial prediction, something kind of basic algorithms are there. But this tool have all the famous machine learning algorithms. You don't want to write a single line of code, it will generate you the output. Okay. So I think I can stop over here because code. You don't want to write a code, sir. For example, since we are speaking from the engineering perspective, some people from civil engineering, they might be having some data, but they want to know, they want to do some analysis, they want to predict something based on machine learning. At the time, they can use this tool. They don't want to study Python because studying Python itself is a big task. Studying MATLAB itself is a big task. It takes minimum 1 year to learn and understand the coding. Again, if you go for Cloud or ChatGPT or Gemini, it will give you the code, but we don't know how it works. In that case, it will simply execute. It will simply show the results. Okay. Only one thing I will show to it. Many people used to say that, "Arey, this is an outdated tool," but it is the easiest tool for other people of computer science. You don't want to write a line of code. You please see it over here. So I want to open a file. It has already the inbuilt data set. I am opening a file. This data set, we say it as PIMA Indian Diabetic data set. Okay, it is available with some famous repository. They already created. So now I am going to do the classification process. Okay, so I cannot go deep on what is classification and all these things. But anyway, I am going to do the classification. What I did, I simply clicked a button. I opened a file. In case if you have a CSV file format or XLX file format, you can simply upload it, no problem. Then I am going for classification. I have list of algorithms. These are all the machine learning algorithms. I am selecting one among that. This is the famous algorithm. I am clicking start. I got an output. Okay. So, since it deals with some tree, this is the tree. This is not a cluster analysis, sir. This is a classification process. Okay. This is how you can use. The units are classified. Okay. So, it's a two class, sir. Binary class classification. Tested positive and tested negative. Thank you all for patient listening. If you have any queries, you can ask me. I can also explore.
So this is for analysis, no, sir?
Sir, this is a rough idea I have given to you. This is not only for analysis. For analysis itself, there are specific tools. Vega is for everything. For all kind of machine learning algorithms, you can go for Vega. Or is the previous tool, but you have to write a code. But Vega, you don't want to write a code.
So if anyone want to ask any question, mic is here.
Sir, do we have any current regulation on AI in the country or globally?
Sir, I am extremely sorry. I am a computer science professional. I don't have these regulations and all these things. But one point of time, if we trust on this AI, our brain will diminish. Because the recent survey says that whoever the people is using this ChatGPT, even I myself sometimes I used to think, before we used to write the mail on our own, but nowadays the people are using ChatGPT to write a mail. It's not to write a mail. They are writing some half of the content, they copy paste there to make it professional. Especially when the students comes for BTech presentation or MTech presentation, by seeing the slide we can understand that it is taken from ChatGPT or not. So there is a point that for presentation we have to give 5 marks. In that 5 marks, if the content is prepared with the ChatGPT, I am reducing 5 to 3. Why I am reducing there in the sense, when we write with the normal content, we will never bold the PPT content. You see here, I never bold any of the PPT content. And there won't be any subheadings or side headings. It will be like a phrases, 4 lines, 4 lines, 4 lines. But those people are writing everything with the ChatGPT, coding with the ChatGPT, project writing with the ChatGPT. As Sir correctly mentioned, the AI plug is 98%. But sometimes we cannot assure that whether it is written with him or with ChatGPT. But my point of time, in extreme cases, we can take a help to write the research products. Other than that, day to day, we can use. But there is no regulation to use any kind of AI tools. If there is a regulation, then there won't be any AI Impact Summit 2026. I will not be here. Correct, sir?
Thank you. Sir, one more tool is Google Colab.
Sir,
How
actually,
do you rate that one with the tools which you have shown?
sir, actually Google Colab is the collaborative environment to use Python coding. This Google Colab will provide you GPU facilities because when we run, for example, in our cases, we used to run deep learning algorithms. It takes hours, days even to execute. At the time, Google is providing you the GPU and the TPU at free of cost. Certain hours it will give you at free of cost. So within that time, you can execute the code and you can get back the results. It is a friendly environment. It is used to execute Python and it is used to execute R programming. You want to show anything, sir? You want me to show anything?
I have seen, I have used Google Colab.
Yes, sir.
I just want to compare with the tools.
Yes, sir. In the Google Colab, you can do all kind of coding. Earlier, in that, if any kind of error occurs, we are supposed to solve it manually. But now Google has connected this AI tool. If the error occurs, it will say you the suggestion. in this line, there is a syntax error. In this line, there is a kind of semantic errors and all those things. If you use that suggestions, that will be updated. For example, in Python, we have multiple packages. Whenever you use some old packages, there may be some conflicts. You cannot execute the code. That will be rectified by AI tools that is already integrated with Colab. Sir, please. MCP tools. Sorry, can you please expand about that MCP? Sorry, sir. I am working with artificial intelligence and machine learning. I am not aware of those tools.
So if there are no more queries, then we will wind up the session.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Just one more minute, sir. Vote of thanks is also there. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, sir, for delivering a very informative session on AI tools. So coming to our last item, I will be inviting Mr. Suraj to deliver a vote of thanks.
So, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, sir, who was with us, then respected Chairman, distinguished speaker, esteemed faculty members and colleagues, good afternoon. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this important occasion of the session organized in connection with the AI Impact Summit by India AI. At the outset, I express our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, for gracing the program and for his continued encouragement towards academic excellence and technological advancement in Mizoram University. I extend my sincere thanks to our Chairman, Dr. Lalming Liana, HOD Information Technology, for guiding today's program and for his valuable support in making this academic interaction purposeful and impactful. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to our distinguished speaker, Dr. Ramanujam, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NIT Silchar, for delivering an insightful and thought-provoking talk on AI as a companion for teaching and research works. The session has provided us with practical clarity on how AI can responsibly and effectively augment our teaching practices and research activities. I would also like to place on record our sincere thanks to Dr. V.T. Ambedkumar, HOD Computer Engineering, for his cooperation and for coordinating with the resource person, which greatly facilitated the successful organization of this program. I further thank all the faculty members for their active participation and engagement, reflecting our collective commitment to continuous learning and academic excellence. Finally, I acknowledge the efforts of everyone who worked behind the scenes to ensure the smooth conduct of this program. With this, I once again extend my sincere gratitude to all. Thank you.